Hello, day 48. What is going on? I hope you are doing well. I have a set of 15s and a set of 20s. We are going combo moves today. So hopefully your legs are ready to move and go a little bit. If you hit up yesterday's workout, maybe a little tight, but that's okay. It'll be good to work into it, get a little bit of stretch in some of the parts and a little bit of flexion again to kind of flush out some of that tightness. So anyway, let's get started. We're going to start at the back of our mat. Hinge over those legs. If you don't touch the ground, it's not a problem. Plant your hands wherever you'd like. In fact, I'll do it with you in case. We'll put our hands right underneath the knees, if that's even too far, right above the knees. But then let's take a little bend into the right leg. Just a small little bend as you push the left leg back. And then straighten the right, bend into the left. Bend into the left. Bend into the right. We're straightening the left. And then back to the other side. Straighten the right, bend into the left. All right, straighten both legs. See if you can clasp your hands behind your back. If not, just maybe set your hands on your butt and push that chest forward. So if you can clasp the hands or you would like to use a towel, let those arms slowly come overhead. And then let's go ahead and bend slightly those knees. See if you can get your chest a little closer to the thighs. Turn your head left and right. Stretch a little bit through that neck. I'm going to be reaching out to all of you, but please reach out to me as well. I love connections with you all. Walk your hands forward. So let me know where you're at. Let me know what's difficult. Let me know what's working. Drop that right heel down toward the ground. Bend your left. And then drop your left heel. Bend your right. Grabbing through that core. Take a nice deep inhale. And then come forward, exhale. Hover those shoulders right over those hands. Tuck your tailbone. If a plank doesn't work for you, go ahead and come into maybe a bear pose. Or you can come into a cat-cow, flexing through that low belly. Okay, push into those hands, working from that core that's dragging you up and back. Drive all the way back. Either stay here, or if you can, go ahead and take your left hand and reach it back toward your right calf. Just getting kind of a cross stretch, forcing that right shoulder to contract to keep that core going strong. If you don't get the calf, no big deal. Grab toward your thigh or wherever. Just see if you can get some flexion and work if you're strong enough to put the weight into that right arm. Press into that left hand now. We're going to switch it up. And the right hand crosses back and behind. Hopefully, we all are keeping our hips pretty level here. Hopefully, you're learning to check in with where the body's at in space. So you can tell where you're at, if you're level or not, if it's healthy. If something that I'm doing doesn't really work for your body, you don't need to push yourself there. You can tell if it's just tough and you don't really want to do it. Knees are wide, big toes together. Or if maybe your body is not ready for that. Your range of motion isn't there, or maybe some sort of muscle or flexion or stability in back, core, neck isn't ready for whatever I'm doing, then you can back off. Always be smart. It's your body, it's your workout. You want to work in a way that you can come back tomorrow, right? Okay. Hinge it back. Let's sit on those haunches a second. Stretch through those calves, the bottoms of your feet. Okay, so as I said, we're doing combo moves today. We are going to start with a squat press. We're just going 10 reps. And we should be able to get through 2 sets for sure. And then we'll check into maybe getting that 3rd set. So a squat press is going to be here, squatting down, elbows to knees, drive those arms all the way up overhead. If getting overhead doesn't work, you can squat down this way and then pull the elbows up for a squat and a row. Then we're going to do a lunge and a curl. After all those lunges yesterday, that may be the tough part. Okay, so we're going to square off those hips. You're going to stay in a static lunge and then kind of do a corkscrew curl, right? Elbows squeeze in tight and hands are going to come up. I'm actually probably going to grab my 10s for this one just because we are going to end up with 20 curls, 10 lunges each side. Then we're going to do a lateral lunge to twist, getting into that core. So let's say you lunge to the right, left leg's going to stay super straight. Then you're going to twist opposite elbow to knee. Tucking that low belly in, getting that full cross twist. Then we're going to be on the ground in a glute bridge. Take both your weights with you. Arms are going to be straight up. One's going to stay static as you drop and press the other. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Then we're going to come up for a single leg deadlift and overhead press. If you do not press overhead, you will do a row, a high row. So you'll single leg deadlift and press. Otherwise, single leg deadlift and high row. So you're going to pull that elbow back, up and back. Then we're going to do a lunge and a kickback. I'm going to hit up those 10s for this one as well. So this is going to be more like a high lunge. So you're not going to extend or drop as far down. Starting with your elbows in a 90-degree angle, you're going to step back, stay high over that top leg so your back can stay flat. I'm going to go 10 on one leg and 10 on the other. All right, so let's get started. 2 sets for sure. I think that we'll probably just finish with a little plank round at the end. So go heavy. Challenge yourself. Set into that squat stance. Core strong. Here we go. Drop it down. Press it up. Use the strength of the legs to get those arms up. Should be challenging. Set yourself under some weight. 7. Where's that core? 9 stance at the top. 10. All right. Lunge and curl. Get that stance. Feet are hip width. Shoulders back and down. Here we go. 1. Keep your stance. There's a lot to think about in your combo sets. So be in control of the body as much as you can. Don't rush it. We're not just trying to get through, right? Get there the best way possible. 9, 10. Whew. Shaky legs. It's good. Here we go. 1. Open that chest. Squeeze those elbows in tight. Find those biceps. 2 more. Here's 10. All right. We're going to go into that lateral lunge. Then a twist. Hold your bell up at the chest. See, I'm going to lunge to my right, your left first. Get it over nice and far. Other leg stays super straight. Get into that core. Drive through that leg. 6. 8. 9. 10. All right. Other side. Hinge it over. Twist it up. If you wonder if you're going to get up out of that lunge, you've got the right range and the right weight. Watch that straight leg. Keep it straight. 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. On the ground. Sounds nice right now. All right, push that low back into the ground first, holding core. Get the arms set up straight over the shoulders, strong wrists. Push the hips up, check in with those wrists, and then we're gonna punch one side straight up and down. Focus on the whole body. 8, keep those hips up. 10, other side. Keep that wrist right on top of the elbow. Check in with your wrists, make sure they're strong. 7, 8, meaning that the knuckles are not dropping back. One more, why not? Whew, okay. Drop it down. Coming up, we're gonna have our single leg deadlift to overhead press. Okay, find that spot that's not moving, about 3 feet in front of you. Here we go. Use strong, strong core, strong, strong back. Here we go. Hinge down. You want a little bend and that supporting leg. 2. I've actually been struggling a little more than normal on this right side. Keeping up that stretching. I need to keep it up. Belly strong, reach long. This can pull on that low back if you're not watching, so keep mindful. That feels good. Set it in. 8. 9. Be in charge of that core. Keep those hips level. 10. 1. Level it off. Keep those hips as level as you can. Keep most of your body weight on that one leg. So you come up. Can you flex any more into that core? What about the back? Get your body to work. That's your effort level. We don't want to back out of it. Push into it. 2 more. 9. Strong back, strong core. 10. All right. Hitting up that lunge and kickback. Challenge yourself with your weights while keeping in form. Remember, muscle keeps that metabolism working hard for you. Shoulders backing down, elbows squeeze in tight. Chest stays tall, so hinge back, long back. Don't fall over. There's 1. 4. Feel that pinch between shoulder blades. Grab with those triceps. Front leg, that pushing leg. Feel it as well. 8. Chest pushes forward. 10. Other leg. Here we go. Drive it back. 1, 2. Where's that back? Gotta watch mine. Not rounding. If it's tough, that's good. That's what we came for. We're trying to drive our intensity level. Don't keep it easy. We're looking for progressions. 8. Don't just try to get through. Sit into it. 10. Oh yeah. All right. Quick child's pose. Gear up for that next set. Hinge those hips back and down. Open through the chest. Get that stretch into the arms. All right. And then coming up. As always, depending on where you're at, what you have available for your weight selection. Don't take as many breaks as I do and work at a faster pace if you can. If you can still keep form, keep it out of your neck, keep that core solid. You can definitely add more reps. Heavier you are, slower you go, right? So that means if you're a little lighter, you can outpace me, get some extra reps, and feel that intensity. All right, squat press or squat row. Back and down, belly strong. Think about your goals. What did you come for? 7. Get that full stance. Last one. 10. Yes. All right. Lunge and curl. I think I need to work on my curls. My chins added up. One leg back, one leg forward. Get nice and set, chest tall. Here we go. Stay stable. Elbows pinch in. Stay right underneath those elbows or your shoulders. Last one. Nice job. Here we go. 1, 3. Push through that front heel. 7. 8. No swinging. Kelly. 10. Whee. Hitting up that lunge and twist. Lateral lunge to twist. All right, I'm going to head to my left. Your right first this time. Set into it. Nice and low. Attach that opposite elbow to knee. Where's that upper middle back? 8. Drive through that heel. Yes. 10. Whew. Other side. Line it up. Make it sharp. Create that resistance for that knee coming up. 8. Sit it back and down. 10. All right. If I really check in, get that flexion first. Intensity level goes through the roof. I hope you all are finding that now, depending on how long you've been working out at all, or with me specifically. We want to find the path of most resistance, wherever we're getting. Push up into that glute bridge. Core strong. Check in with those wrists. So right here, letting the wrists fall back, get your 10 on one side. That takes the work out of the tricep and the back and just aggravates your wrists. So just changing small little things, checking in, watching out for little discrepancies. Other side. Little cheats. What can be easy, we want to try to find how to make it more difficult. That takes the mind too. You've got to take your brain to what you're grabbing, what you're using. Last one. How can you make it just a little tougher? How can you set in a little deeper into stabilizing muscles? All right. Going into those single leg deadlifts and overhead press. Single deadlift, single press. Trying to decide where I can look at something that's not moving. All right, here we go. Hinge it forward. Check in. Punch it up. What are you using to press? It's quite interesting. My whole line of work, my arm and my leg, these are both my weaker sides. So I've really got to set it in, get that focus. What am I using to press? Not my neck. I want to keep my core strong, not just push out of that hip on that side. 7. 8. Call on those muscles. Foundation. 9. 10. Other side. 1. 2. Maybe set into what, once you're on that stronger side, what do you feel grabbing, incorporating, supporting, and then that gives you feedback for the weaker side. Maybe what we should be working on there. 8. I think for me, it all starts in that stronger leg support system, and then through that muscle right underneath behind your armpit. Last one. All right. Last up, we have our high lunges and kickbacks. Elbows tight. I'm going to bend into my right leg first. Hinge forward. We want that back just about parallel to the ground. Core strong. Feel that long back. 5. 10. Other side. Triceps are on fire. Back is heated. Core is holding strong. Open that chest. Roll those shoulders back and down. I'm going to get those arms as close to straight as possible. You're in control. Elbows squeeze in. This is 9. 10. Woohoo! All right. On the ground, hitting up that child's pose. Not as much hippity hoppity cardio today at all. Still definitely got me getting into that overall contraction flexion when you get those combo moves. You got to stay super focused. All right, let's go through a little core set. We're going to start with Ticktock planks, 10 each side. If you don't do those, I'm going to have you do 10 bird dog each side here. All right, you can move a little faster in that bird dog, but pay attention to keeping the core strong to support that low back. Here we go. Get your plank set. Now we're going to go side to side. 1, 2. Push evenly into those elbows. Feel the obliques, front of the belly grab. 9 and 10. Moving into a side plank. Again, if you don't plank, I'm going to have you do these little tucks. Takes focus, but if you get that flexion through that core, you can build the obliques on that side. Open up, stack nice and high, drop the hips and lift. 2, 4, 5. Try to stack shoulders, stack hips. 8, 9, 10. All right, other side. Real quick, if you struggle with a side plank, try to cross your top leg over. That can also help as well. So you're going to plant into that foot on the ground, and then that will help support some of the weight of your pelvis. Even if you get 2 or 3 and then need to go back, that's fine. Or possibly just hold your side plank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going on to our back. You can keep your head on the ground if you need. Otherwise, support the head with your hands. We're going to go straight leg scissors. So if you are tucking your head, bring the chin in, support your head with your hands. Drop the right leg, twist the opposite elbow to that lifted leg. So I want you to focus on using those transverse abdominis, the muscles on the side of the front of the belly, to pull that leg up. Obviously, hamstring flexibility makes a difference, keeping the leg straight. But if you can try to work on that, you're working those ab muscles just a little more, just a little deeper. Are you actively pushing the low back into the ground. 3, 2, and 1. All right, both legs come up. We're going to go through our heel presses. We're going to hit 30. 2, 3. Focus on using that low portion of the abs. 25, 28, 29, 30. Whew. Nice job. All right, we're going to flip it over to stretch it out. Bring your right leg forward, and then I want you to take your left hand, plant it outside that hip, and then open that right arm back behind you. So get a twist. Kind of slide those hips forward. Open that chest. Reach it across. Okay, and then face back to the front. That same arm that you just took behind. We're going to go up overhead. Reach behind, push that elbow back with your left hand, and then lunge forward just a little deeper. So when you get that lunge forward, you can get that back hip flexor to stretch. And then, of course, that tricep. Okay, hinge back. Toes going to come up in the front. Square off those hips. So pull that right hip back. Reach the chest toward the toes. Then, if you can balance, grab your hands and round the back as well. Both arms forward. Get that stretch across your back. Still getting that stretch through the hamstring. Drop your hands. Now extend the back even deeper through that hammy. And then we're going to drop into our pigeon. Okay, so take your foot across the mat. Walk that knee forward. You may need to walk the back knee back. So check in before you sit all the way down. Keep that pelvis leveled off. Work that knee back. All right, let's take a couple seconds to think over our week, think over our workout. If you're doing this in sync, it's Wednesday. How has the week been for you? How are your challenges? How are your workouts? Where do you feel like you're lacking? Where do you feel like you're progressing? Results are always the greatest motivating factor. Hopefully you're receiving results. If not, just maybe address that. Think about it with kindness. Don't need to beat yourself up, but could you be doing something different? Do I need to be doing something different? Switch to that other side. I think we all know ultimately that our results are up to us, right? The buck really stops with us. Lift nice and high. Take your right hand around that left knee and then twist the left arm back. Sometimes, though, we just need to be happy that we made it. Doesn't matter that we picked up a heavier weight or went any faster or didn't get as worn out. All right, come back around. Grab that left arm, slide it down the back, keep hinging forward, get that tricep stretched. All right, and then we're going to hinge back. Toe comes up, straighten through that front leg, round through. It's easy to give ourselves a pass during the holidays, during crazy times, whatever gets in the way. And sometimes we do need to give ourselves a pass. Keep rounding that back, tuck the tailbone. Now, Plant your hands if you can, or find something to bring the floor up to you, because we have that rounded back. Now we want to flatten it. Oh, then you really get that hamstring stretch. But in another month, what will you be wishing you had done or wishing you hadn't done? It's kind of helped me as I became a mom. I could get it all done today, and then there's just more to do tomorrow. So decide what the priority is. Give back to yourself. All right. Cross that ankle over. Make sure that the pelvis is squared off. And set it down. It's kind of interesting on this left side for me. Sometimes I can feel my hamstring getting a little bound up, so I have to kind of sink in slow. Pull that chest forward, slide those shoulder blades down. All right, push into those hands. Drive your hips up and back. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Hang over the legs a second. Couple deep breaths here. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Look forward to the next time. Even though I don't see your face, I enjoy knowing that you are on the other side of another screen, getting into the work as well. As I said, though, keep me posted. Let me know how it's leaving you, what you are working on, how you're obtaining results, and all that comes with health and wellness. Have a great day.